this is my first TV review. So, if you watch Pretty Little Liars or Twisted, you should know that it came on last night, and they are both very interesting. So, I guess I'll go with Pretty Little Liars first since that came on first. And I guess I'll go by characters because it's just easier for me to keep up with the story that way. So, first of all, with Hannah, oh my gosh. I feel so bad for her because she fell right into A's trap, and personally, I didn't think it was a trap. Personally, I did think her mom did it at first, but then they brought up the whole A trap thing, and I was like, wow, that is actually a possibility. And I feel so bad for Hannah because she was just trying to help her mom, but A, unfortunately, got to her before she could do anything about it. And the whole thing with her mom getting arrested, I can't imagine the feeling of having someone being taken away from you, right in front of you. That's got to be horrible. With Aria, I feel really bad because she was just trying to help Mike's friend with his English homework, and she didn't want to kiss him. And he shouldn't have started that rumor. I mean, I was just like, oh my gosh, he really did that. And then when he said, oh, you're a slut, I'm not the one whoring around with my teacher, or whatever, honestly, I think she should have slapped him. She should have slapped him for that, but Aria's really sweet. If it was me, I would have slapped him. I was just like, I cannot believe he just said that. And then Ezra being in there, hearing that, I love Ezra. I totally ship them. It's just, I wish they were still together, but they can't be, unfortunately. And then, Aria, she's trying to get her life together, but Ezra keeps getting into it, and I'm just like, I wish you guys could be friends, but hey, whenever she turns 18, or if she's already 18, then you guys are legally allowed to hang out if you wanted to. But they already have that whole reputation going for them, so that's kind of messed up. With Spencer, I love the whole Spoby moment. Yay. I love them together. They're fantastic. Yeah. I feel really bad. I always feel bad for them because A is just terrorizing them the whole time. So, I know I'm saying I feel bad for everybody, but I truly do. With the whole Mona thing, you really outed Spencer like that. I mean, sure, they didn't want to leave Spencer, they didn't want you to say anything to Spencer that you couldn't say to them. But, at the same time, you should have been like, Spencer, it's about Toby, and I really do need to talk to you alone. But, hey, they wanted to stay there, she let them stay there, so it's kind of her fault that they know about it. And honestly, I get why they get mad at each other for when they don't tell each other stuff, but I don't know. It was Toby's secret, and she did promise to keep it, and I don't know. I think she was just trying to do the right thing by helping Toby. She didn't want to hurt Emily and Aria, of course, and Hannah, of course, but it just happened that way. And oh my gosh, I was so excited when I found out that the place they went to go see Miss Grinchwald, was Ravenwood, which is, if you don't know already, it's kind of, what I've been reading, it says it's a sequel to Pretty Little Liars. It's more about that town and its creepiness, which that town really creeped me out. I was like, there's no color at all. The only color I saw was Spencer's green coat, and that was a pretty dull color. I mean, it was so creepy. And Mrs. Griswold's face, her eyes are clear blue. You cannot tell me that didn't freak you out. It totally freaked me out. I'm just like, you are the person she's looking for, and I don't understand why you're lying. I mean, maybe she has a twin, but I think she's lying. And then the whole seeing Shauna at the graveyard, ugh, Shauna, please just leave town with Jenna and get a new life because you're causing more drama than there needs to be. Just, and I really wanted to find out whose grave it is that, you know, the whole town gathers to see once the bell rings. I really was interested in seeing that. So, yeah, I don't know. And then, ugh, I was so mad because they didn't get to follow Jenna and Shauna. They lost them, which I figured because Jenna was speeding away pretty fast. Yeah. And then the whole Emily situation, I don't know. I don't know what to say about her. She's just, she tries to do the right thing, and I mean, when she asked Hannah for that tape, I was thinking it's totally a trap, and I know A had to tamper with it somehow. Honestly, I thought A tampered with the actual police video, and she had deleted some scenes to make it look like Hannah's mom was guilty, but she actually just went to the police station after Emily and switched the CD, which she's really good at forging signatures to make it seem like it was hers, even though I know Emily really wrote it, you know, behind the scenes. She wrote it, but whatever. But my thing was, okay, so the detective called her in to say, Emily, we have a tape of you. But you can totally tell that's a mask on her face. I mean, it's shining way too much on, sorry, it's shining way too much on her face, and it's like, you can totally tell that's a mask. And why would Emily out her own self, you know? I mean, yes, to protect her friends, they would all do it, but why would they do it that way? They normally, when they're going to confess, they do it, you know, all together to see the police at the same time. I don't understand why she couldn't tell that was a fake. You obviously can. But, yeah, I knew something was going to go wrong the minute Emily asked Hannah for the tape. I was like, it's going to get switched, it's tampered with somehow. And on a side note, I thought where Hannah hid it was a really good place. I mean, because it was inside a jewelry box, but then you open up the jewelry box, and then there's a eye palette on it, but you have to take the eye palette off, and then I think there was something under that, and you have to take that off, and then there's a little tab to pick it up, and I was like, I don't know, I just thought that was a really nice way to hide the tape. Yeah, and Mike, Arya's brother, I couldn't believe that he didn't believe his own sister at first. I mean, people do this all the time, but my thinking is, unless you know for sure that your sister is like a pathological liar, which Arya never really lies to her family about major stuff, except A stuff, which doesn't count because she's protecting them. But yeah, I was just like, Mike, how can you not believe her? And I hate seeing them cry, like, I just hate it, because they don't deserve it, and I really hope either this season, next season, they find out who A is, and I don't know if it's weird, but I'm actually hoping that Allie's alive so they can get some answers from her. So, you know, when they finally have that final sit down and they can talk, it's just, Allie, why did you do this? And they get all their questions answered, just like when they sat down with Mona. So, yeah, that's my take on Pretty Little Liars, and you should watch my next video to see what I thought about Twisted. So, thanks for watching. Toodles!